Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 4-year streamiversary of twitch.tv/Anderjack. Hey! We're here now. We're making this happen. So, hey, what are we doing? We are freaking playing Deadly Premonition because we are honoring the influence of David Lynch. And because it's been a bit since we had dearest friend Crow in the chat, we're starting with something special. It's Jack. Just Jack. Look at him. Look at him face. Look at him fluff. Look at him handsome. It's very good. And honestly, it didn't feel right returning without this. Hi, Liv! It's good to see you too. I haven't jacked my crank in so long. I was wondering if I forgot how. Oh, you sincerely have not. So, hello Crew, hello AJ, hello Aleph, hello Liv, hello Judge. Did I miss anyone? I hope I didn't. If I missed you, just start cranking in the chat and I'll know. So, I'm gonna go through my settings real quick because it's been a minute. So this is Deadly Premonition. This game originally came out for the Xbox 360 back in 2010. And it gained a hell of a cult status for being one of the worst games of all time. It was also hugely derivative of David Lynch's Twin Peaks. But then people were like, hold up. We're still talking about this years later. What's the deal? And then the more people got into it, the more people realized, actually, this is dope as hell. So it's since seen such a huge resurgence that it not only got a director's cut and ports, it also got a sequel in 2022, I believe, or 2020, one of those years. One of those 20 something years. And Suihiro, the director, has since gone on to make all sorts of weird stuff, including JJ, I forgot. The Missing is what that game is called, which is really good, actually. He's made The Good Life, which was available on Kickstarter. He's been involved in a bunch of things. He's going to be in Promise Mascot Agency as well. So, like, hell yeah. Anyway, with all that said, I'm going to front load a little bit of warning. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of dismemberment. It's a spooky game. We're technically bringing back Spook Month with a little interstitial. But it's also got some, like, insensitivity here and there that I think we're all, like, we're a good chat. We know how to handle things. We know how to look at things that are like, okay, you definitely could have done that better. But it's okay. We're going to make it through, and we're not going to have to worry about that for a long time. I'll warn you ahead. So, let's go ahead and get started. And crank our jackers, jack our crankers to some Deadly Premonition Origins. The most recent port that fixes up a lot of stuff, and is probably the most playable version outside of a heavily modded PC version. So here we go. So yeah, we're already starting, and it's already kind of weird. So, I love how this game starts. It's just one of the weirdest things. So one of the things that we get to do is we get to find trading cards. Don't worry about it. Trading cards are one of the many collectibles in this game. We're going to try and go for every single one, but there's a chance we're not going to be able to handle that. We've got It's all shaped like a fat man. There's a plate on it which reads insane. We got all sorts of little clues. We got, ooh. A strange clock is ticking away. The room itself makes it feel as if time has stopped. I don't think that clock is working right though, so... The white screen.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It will start soon. It's about time to get started.
Looks like we're starting.
Zach. Zach, can you hear me? It's me, York. If you can hear my voice, could you respond?
Hey, look!
Good. I thought you went to sleep.
Oh,
Zach,
don't worry, we'd
don't
never
be
leave you.
surprised. The crime took place out in the country this time. Let's take it slow. Okay, Zach?
Hello, Rose! And yes, it's our favorite game. This is talked about quite a bit.
Sure, that's one way of looking at it.
For a moment at Game Lab.
Totally wrong.
There he is. There's our boy.
Listen, they both need each other. It's called interdependency, and they both know it. Yeah, I know. He does terrible things to Tom. Nasty, even sadistic things. But that's fine, as long as that's what Tom wants.
Take it slow. Okay, Andrew Zach? You don't know how deep that joke... Well, you actually do know how deep that joke goes.
To fulfill that need, and Jerry knows that. Proof? Well, in the Tom and Jerry show, they live with each other. Hello? Hello?
I can't believe the Bureau still can't get me a satellite phone.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
Well, I'll be a happy camper, even if it ends up being a waste of time. At the very least, it'll get me out of the cramped city for a while. Right, Zach? The perpetrator from the last case really was something.
This was released in 2010.
Was laced into her nails. Crazy. Just crazy. Well, at least I now have a scar to show off. See this?
They look like
This
cat
one I
whiskers.
arrested the Catwoman wannabe. Women. They're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
Multitasking is very hard. Don't do it. Gotta refill your lighter, dude. Those things only go for a couple weeks unless you overfill them. Oh yeah, watch out for that guy. Probably should have mentioned that. The year I graduated high school. The monkey sound. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the stream, and what will probably end up being one of your favorite games. Hey, it worked! I really don't make them like this anymore. Agent York,
Zach,
able
there
to
goes
smoke in the rain.
civilized world.
So yeah, now we're officially playing. Now, I had been, for the longest time, I had tried to play this game. I had played multiple versions of it. Wasn't until the Switch version that I finally felt like, oh, I got a handle on this now, and actually beat it. It took me a while to understand what it was I was supposed to do with it. But, long story short, it is a sandbox survival horror game with dungeons and an overworld. Which, honestly, there were a lot of games that since, like, tried to do that. And, like, I think in a really interesting way, this was ahead of its time. Those faces in the corner are funny. I feel like it's an equipment pause screen with Statler and Waldorf. Hell yes. Okay, so we do need to... Let's see. This is our menu. It looks interesting. Let's see. We're going to get this. Let's see. Item, main, side. Okay. Like, it's the most menu. They really tried to make it seem diegetic, and I think it's really interesting. Like, they have, like, the timer up in the right that's just going crazy with the clock. You got your sleep and your hunger meters. It's wild. Okay, the weirdness stopped for a while. Now we're gonna have a normal game, and then you hit the menu. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is there a control that lets me... Yes, there we go. Donk. The game just kind of goes. That's what I love about it. It has no chill. It doesn't stray away from opportunities to be weird. I hope we go for Stinky Agent. We're definitely going to get Stinky Agent at one point or another. There's no way we're not. Okay. And now everybody's favorite cop activity, profiling. We are technically a cop, so we're going to be making bastard jokes all throughout this. This is fine. It's fine.
Looks like we're being welcomed. Zach, I'll let you handle the meet and greet.
So if you haven't been able to tell, we are technically Zach. This game is weird for me to play. Now, it is usually tacky for anyone to discuss their dead name. And for those of you in the know, you already can tell what the hell I'm going to be saying. Long story short, Zach was my dead name, and playing this game, even before I transitioned, was super odd. It was one of the most surreal experiences, and was one of the reasons why I wanted to play this game so bad. And wanted to enjoy it, and wanted to really understand why so many of my friends were like, no, you don't understand. This crappy game that's the worst in the world is the best game ever. So now it's still especially odd. Yeah. It's a weird experience. It's like, it's a name I haven't identified with in any capacity for like 10 years. Like, I have not had any relationship with it, but every time I play this game, I'm like, you're being transphobic. An okay game that can become a great game if it sucks in a very interesting way. That is exactly what Deadly Premonition is. It is a messy, mildly interesting game, like, in terms of its actual content value. And then it keeps going. Okay. We've got pickles. I'm gonna do a little bit of exploration before I move on. Because there's this. Yeah. It's incredibly surreal. I don't talk about it much because it's like, you know, there's reasons why one wouldn't discuss it. But it's really freaking funny. Doesn't look like anyone lives here. No reclusive, hairy brutes to greet us. Well, give it time, okay? Boop. Hello, Tilla's Bake. Hey, Eris! Hi! I cream pied you. I got to pie somebody in the face for the very first time, so thank you, Eris. Yeah, we're playing a weirdo game. In public! Outside! In the rain! So we have more of my personal life coming in. I actually really welcome it, because I meet dope people. It was raining. It was very wet. It was a very wet cream pie. Oh my god. I know. I caught, like, I realized it as I was saying it. You know what? It's fine. Okay, and now we get to shoot. Oh yeah. And now we get to fight the weirdos of this game. Whoa. Oh, but we're not done, of course. Because we got more. Oh, wow. We nailed that dude. Lady? One of the two. And then, great. Hell yeah. Ferrari 65, like, oh, sorry, Rob, didn't mean to create a game that felt intensely personal to you. Won't happen again, promise. Want to play The Missing next? Oh my god. Do we want to play The Missing at some point? No, I was not doing that on purpose. I just, sometimes things come out of my mouth. I have an incredibly vulgar sense of humor, despite the fact I'm one of the tamest people out there. It just happens. I see the bit and I take it.
Situations, but that one takes the cake. It's the first time I've been attacked so directly. Zach, can you give me a logical explanation about what that was?
Yeah, shit's fucked, yo.
Never mind, don't answer. Life is fun because of the mysteries. Right, Zach?
The Missing is a difficult game to go through, in part because it's so good. It nails what it's trying to do a little too well. So, classic video game structure, we get to save using phone, which we've done a lot of. I can't help but be vulgar. I didn't realize it was an issue until someone mentioned it. I deeply appreciate about how if they're facing you, looking directly at you, you have to take the time to turn around and then bend themselves backward. Makes it feel like the horrors are one big town-wide bit. Yep. It's great. I love it.
Great.
Goodbye. Oops. That's fine. We're okay. We're just a little exploded. This is a video game. Therefore, we can explode a little bit, and it's okay. Personally, I love exploding. Only way to get me to pick up a ringing phone, it promised me that I can literally save my life that way. Find my tablet, but I think it's under my cat. That's usually where my tablet winds up. Used to wind up. Marnie hasn't been visiting me very often lately because she's become a little homebody that doesn't like to step out of her room.
Amazing.
Goodbye. Oh, is that another steel pipe? Yep. 2 steel pipes. Why not? I actually forget if there's durability in this game, but not gonna worry about it. Zach, I just want to let you know for the record that I did not explode myself at all, and anything you hear to the contrary is lies. Gotta have more steel pipes. Dual wield the pipes. Make Musashi proud. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we got more guys. Hey, bud.
Bullseye. Great.
Let's see. Oh. That's what we should have done from the start, but we didn't. Because I wanted to show off how cool I am by shooting people in the head. Which is a totally normal thing to want to do.
Yes.
Goodbye. Juicebox stole my pillow and Mel's being a chonky man somewhere. Okay, stop crashing into walls. So that's cool. I do appreciate that your cat stopped crashing into freaking walls. Weird. Cats are so weird. I'll take more. There's my durability meter. Okay. But we're largely just going to be using our handgun. We don't really need to... Like, we got infinite bullets, but not infinite... gun. Or not infinite steel pipe. That's weird. I love it.
Amazing.
Anybody in there? No. He thinks he's a little 1.5-year-old, and he definitely isn't, is he? 15 pounds and his feet are twice the size of his dad's. Wow. Big old boy, then. Okay, we got a guy way down there. But by God, he's gonna try. Oh, dang it. I love this weird backward lunge. It's such a bizarre choice. We're going to see so much of that. An unagile, big old baby. I love that. Those are actually my favorite kinds of cats. Ah, the toolbox, where I keep my stuff. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't think we can press this one. The generator looks really bad. Zach, I think the killer really had a grudge against it. The killer was like, fuck this generator. I have personal problems that have yet to remain resolved in any capacity because I have no therapist. And the emotional intelligence of a child. And therefore, this generator must die. Zach, let's try to find a way to fix this mess. Cat problem solved. Laser light. Oh, hell yeah. I'll usually do it. I haven't done that with Marnie in a bit. We've got laser lights somewhere in our little cat toy box that we have around. Auto lasers are amazing. You have space for light to go around. Ooh, that is a good idea. We had one and it was okay, but we largely used it for our last cat, Sam, who was just kind of not into it. But she wasn't into a lot of things. She loved being a lazy baby. Let's see. Turn on. Or off. Looks like nothing is broken. Since it's the same model, I think I can fix it. Oh! Jack is going to be 14 this year, and still every time he curls up on my pillow, he misleads me into being like, "Oh, that's just a tiny baby, a little itty bitty boy, fit my cup hand, sleeps in a teacup." Nope. The power in the area should be much more stable now. Hurry ahead, Zach. I'm allowing myself to lean into the weirdness. Like, you know what? This game is constantly dead naming me, and I appreciate the audacity.
Yes. Nice shot. Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You got a lot of get up and go. Too bad you're dead now. Okay. Well, hey, more guys.
Amazing.
We're just gonna pop you. Yeah, I've been practicing it. using like aim assist. Games on Steam, you know how it is.
Yes.
I say using lock on excessively.
Great.
Just gonna get rid of all these guys. So many of them. Oh. And, yeah. Ooh, got another first aid kit. Oh, and another guy. You're going away now. Whoa. Hey, bud. I don't like you.
Yes. Yes.
Any more? No? Looks like we got more. Okay. What an asshole. Well, I actually have a solution to this problem. Fire. Ah. The little collectibles fell outside the range of the thing.
Yes.
Fell into the invisible walls. Oh god, there's a guy behind me. Hey, bud.
Great. Nice shot.
Dude, chill. I don't like you. I don't want to know you. We're not friends. Seems the car crashed into the electric pole, severing power. Quite the nuisance. Huh, Zach? Where did the driver go anyway? Why did he just leave his car? It is good that we're picking up so many first aid kits. Kind of front-loading our experience here. We're picking up all these agent honors, which give us a little extra cash, which is nice. Hey, lady. Oh, dang it. Come on.
Great.
Let's get out of here. I think we might be just outside of this area. Yes! Oh, no! And then runs away. Well, that was an unexplainable event. So we're just gonna head out the door and get the heck out of here. Poncho Guy! Everybody's favorite character. Poncho Guy for Smash. Red Ivy. Who invited you to this private raid party? Oh, we've got all the clues for this area. We can now successfully profile like a bastard.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel
Hey,
it, Sam?
Malik.
Coffee warned me about it. Yesterday morning, the milk I poured in my coffee made a sign. It said, "Tomorrow you'll arrive in a place that will change your fate."
I bet it did, buddy. That is a totally normal thing to say. And I believe you 100%. All right, so that's where we gotta go. We gotta make this big ol' run. Ugh. Coffee contains many messages. Ponchoned. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. Not gonna lie. You got me. So we've got a little stamina bar in the upper left, meaning we can't really run for too long, which is fine because we're not going to be doing a hell of a lot of long distance running. Also, as mosquito bites spelled out B-warb. Listen, that last B, a couple of those were freckles.
Now you were very late.
Emily Wyatt, Greenvale Deputy Sheriff.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
FBI Special Agent, Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York?
Good, that's good. Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm Deputy Sheriff Emily Wyatt. George, he's the sheriff. He went looking for you, actually. He should be back soon.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, did you walk all the way here?
My car broke down, that's all.
The majestic vistas of a low-budget game from 2010.
She's easy on the eyes. Definitely worth a trip to the primitive world. By the way, don't mention anything about what happened back there. She'll think you're a psycho.
Why are you talking to
Not
yourself?
bad, do we, Zach?
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
George Woodman, Greenvale Sheriff. Such a
FBI Special Agent Francis
such a
York
name that a
Morgan.
Japanese developer
Please,
would give
just call me York.
an
That's what
American
everyone calls me.
character.
Could you tell me why the FBI is so interested in a small-town homicide?
Let's just say it's a personal interest in killers of young women. I'm always looking for new sample cases to help me with my profiling.
Both our superiors have cleared this with each other. You can remain in command. You don't have a problem with this, do you?
No. No problem. Just want to set things straight. Our small town has its share of problems. I'm the one fixing them one by one and maintaining peace and order. You can have your profiling sample, but I need you to understand that.
Of course. Of course. By the way, George, I had a little accident with my car. Could you send someone to take care of it? Oh, and my clothes and luggage are still inside.
All right, don't worry. I'll get my assistant Thomas to take care of it. Do you need anything else?
Thanks. That'll be all. Well then, I think I'll rest up first at the hotel. Then I'll join you on your investigation.
Don't know how to say that. We really don't need your help. Unlike some of your corrupt city police officers, I play it by the book. I hope you'll come to appreciate that, Agent Morgan.
Ooh,
And we'll handle the investigation.
you didn't call me
just
York.
think of this as
That
a
means you're a
vacation.
bad guy.
Take it easy. Enjoy the nature here. You don't have to be a tree worshiper to appreciate the wildlife here.
I love-
Let's reassess the situation.
I'll discuss
There are no
this in a second.
cavemen here. We're as far forward as the Middle Ages. And we've just met the king.
So, there's a lot here that if you've watched Twin Peaks, you can see every single little thing that they ripped off. But they keep making these little decisions to prove that it's totally not Twin Peaks. Whereas Agent Dale Cooper is a very compassionate, thoughtful, and spiritual person in a lot of ways. Agent York is a deeply cynical, annoying man. Like, this is, apart from like the very opening, it is beat for beat. Like, just Twin Peaks in a lot of ways. And it's going to continue to be up until it very much isn't. But I do love that they frame him as like kind of a pain in the ass. Whereas, again, Agent Dale Cooper starts off with like I'm the FBI. We're in control of this, but I want you to understand that I respect you. Also, what are those amazing trees I saw on my way in? Douglas firs. Anyway, let's go look at a dead body. Yeah. Previously, during the investigation.
Previously, during the investigation, these
Oh,
puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenville. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
Chapter 2, let's go look at a dead body.
Something in
Pretty
this
much.
town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
So we're going to be playing until about, I don't know, 8? Does that sound good? We'll do a little break at the 2-hour mark. Angel Isaac. Now, these cards have, like, character info. That, like, oh yeah, it's pretty cool. But, a lot of it contains spoilers, and we're not going to be reading them up front. So, sorry. Also, this room just got, like, knocked down. Who did this? I want to go to a strange other place and get a donut. I mean, just come to Portland. Mostly, I just want a donut. And just come to Portland. You were already here once. You could do it again. I think we're about to see a mechanic that we're not going to see very often for the rest of the game.
York! York! Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you
Yeah, everybody's got to come down.
hurry.
Oh, the sights I can show you.
Cover your mouth.
And now we're going to hold L. My coffee didn't warn me about pajama ghost children. Are you going to pinhead me? I mean, there are places for that. I don't think you'd be interested, but I know where they are. Oh, if he just moved an inch forward, he'd have a child to eat right there. You were so close to a good meal. I mean, I could have just shot him. But okay, kid. Can't read his, can't read his. No, you can't read his Joker face. You wanna eat somebody. God. We're not gonna see that little kid for a while, but of course he's intensely important. Of course he is. Anyway, look at this massive bed. I want that bed. I want to sleep in that bed.
That puts a California king to shame.
Yeah.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees. A carpet with red leaves. A strange doll. And twin angels.
It's like a custom
But that
orgy
child
bed.
is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen
Hey,
him
we were all
before.
thinking it.
We were.
Just can't remember where.
Now I just have to find the cuck chair.
Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee.
An average small dog can only manage to take up, what, half of that? I know, right?
Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach.
They really tried with
Hope they have
this.
some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
So, hey, we get suits. So, there are some suits that have different effects, which is pretty nice. We're going to stick with our main suit for now. Oh. I don't want to look at that face, actually. Autobot and Crow. Unfuckable bastard is what they tagged. I don't know why they would have a problem with unfuckable bastard. Honestly, the only thing preventing it from being an orgy bed is the fact that Agent York, an obnoxious and unfuckable bastard, is in it. Right. That's so good. Alright, so let's sort our inventory. This is like a very slow and thoughtful-ish game. So we're gonna wind up like dealing with a lot of ooh. Oh, yeah, everything's fucked. We're gonna deal with a lot of chill times where not a lot is gonna happen, and that's okay. Automod, you can try to say that's not exactly what he is, but the truth will come out. We can eventually shower, I think. We can definitely shave. But we're good. We're handsome right now, so we're okay. I actually do love the way they designed this character. Like, York has such a pouty face. So eventually we can grow it out, which is wild. It's a completely unnecessary feature that I love. Let's see. We've got this map here. We're gonna see what we can find. But this is where we need to go. We're gonna be making use of the map a lot because we need to. So for now, we are going to try and explore whatever rooms we can and pick up a whole bunch of extra stuff. Because screw it. Why not? We can open up any door that doesn't have a tag on it. Just go right in. Because screw it. What are they going to do? Stop us? No. Nope. That contains nothing. Wait a minute. I think I might be wrong. I think there's something in here. Scare cord for closing the map is a choice. Yeah. The sound design in this game is kind of buck wild. Stabilizer. I don't know what that does. That's okay. I don't need to. We can also shave and sleep in other beds. Because why not, right? Hello, Celestial Spark. Thank you. I can't believe I've been streaming for that long, in all honesty. It's wild. If you want to support the channel, you can definitely subscribe. You can tip me at ko-fi.com/handerjack. It helps me out. Since I no longer have a position as a KJ, I am now just looking to get whatever I can. So, hey, Helps me out, but you ain't gotta. Heading to the greenhouse. Oh, well, there's the Ko-fi link. How do I do... That is the second time I've done that. Where I just, like, talk about my Ko-fi link, and there it is. With a referral link and everything. Like I know what I'm doing or something. I'm clearly just good at this. I've been at this for 4 years, so clearly I got a system. Also, I just love having a system that's automated, so I don't have to worry about anything. That's the great thing about the stream I have set up. I don't have to think to run this. I worked really hard to make sure I never have to think. Pickles obtained. Well, that completes our time to pickles run. That's not true. We picked up pickles a long time ago. I do love that they were thoughtful enough to allow me to shoulder check doors. Just so I don't have to, like, wait around. I appreciate that. I could go for some pickles, too. One of our roommates really loves them in case they
Incoming
have
tip
them
from
on.
Petrochemic Soul for $5. It reads, so I told those clown comics to fix their hearts or die.
Aww. Of course, a classic line from Twin Peaks. Featuring David Lynch's character and David Duchovny's character, Denise. It's been going around a lot, especially post-inauguration. I'm kind of glad that David Lynch got out when he did. I don't want to know what David Lynch would be like when he's just super pissed. Got the fact what we were talking. Forgot what we were talking about. Don't worry, we got pickles now. That's all that matters. All right, AJ. Well, don't make any sudden swerves. And use your blinker. And if the cops pull you over, and they ask if you know how fast you were speeding or how fast you were going, you say no. Or rather, you say, could you please explain to me why I'm being pulled over? All good? All good. Anyway. I try to give practical advice here. This is an educational channel. You look like a frantic housewife clinging to his husband. Oh my god. I think we got a couple of items in here. Oop. Got a flare. Let's see, anything else? I don't think there's stuff to check out, but I am using a guide because I do want to find everything. I learned so much about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes in this stream. We are. We're gonna learn a lot about a bunch of weird movies. And you're gonna be like, why? And you're not gonna get an answer to that. It's one of the neat things about this game. They just decide, you know what? We're going to give you a whole bunch of weird movie trivia that's actually accurate. Attack of the Killer Tomato. Attack of the Killer Tomato. I'm kind of alarmed that that cartoon show was such a fixture. I've been thinking about this since, like, resident roommate Brody Grody is a big fan of the Trauma movies. And I watched The Toxic Crusaders growing up, which is a cartoon show based on a very vulgar movie. which happened a lot. I don't know why it happened. Now we can watch ads and it's all good. Hell yeah. Well, it's really cool to see Eris. Like, getting to know you has been really fun. You seem like a really sweet and hilarious person. I had already mentioned the queer photo shoot that we took part in. I don't think I mentioned the details to this chat, but so I did this thing recently. It was kind of fun. I was kind of out doing, I was out at a date that got canceled, right? I was trying to get out the door and I got the message, oh yeah, I'm canceling on you. I got stuff to do. I have to pick up a shift. You know, whatever. It's like the millionth time I got canceled by this person because I have a weak spine. But I was like, screw it. If I want to get canceled on, I'm going to go to this cafe anyway and have myself a good time. I got myself a cup of coffee and an egg sandwich and, like, showed up and then learned about David Lynch dying. It's like, And then a friend of mine showed up. Out of nowhere. I don't know where they live. They just showed up and, like, hey, how's it going? And we just sat and chatted. We'll let this cutscene play out.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Polly Oxford, hotel owner.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul.
Kind of wish Allie was here to
I
refute
appreciate
this.
the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space.
I can't deny the
Now
logic.
tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Of course we do.
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh, yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Shops.
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&T Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy
Barn.
of Terror and the Sweary 65.
Hey,
I
reference.
don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Is the gunsmith a cat's? Like with custom orgy table as well. No, York, there's already milk. Look with interest.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails. Now then,
The dorkiest smile.
let's get going.
Ah, my coffee is a widening gyre. That bodes well. So, fun fact about that whistling tune. It is and isn't the Mario theme. It's Green Greens, or at least a riff off of it. It is the song that Koji Kondo based the Mario theme off of. So that's just a fun little bit of trivia for you. Like, it's a fun fact. Like, it was a big, practically viral song for a long time in Japan. And, like, you could just hear it. It was good. It was weird. It was weird that it exists. It's fine. It's fine. I'll take one last look around. I think we're good. Yeah. We'll stop by here.
Oh, hi.
Yes, Mr. Morgan. If you need anything, you can find me at the front desk. I sell daily goods to guests. I don't have much, but they may help you out. So you're the sales girl too, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Coffee comes as a set with the breakfast. Don't worry, the service here is just as good as any fancy hotel. Great, thank you. Oh, all right then. Did you want something? We're gonna buy. We're gonna pick up a few things that are necessary. We're gonna pick up some bait. A fishing rod. Yeah, everything is just slightly oversized. So continuing the story, I was at this cafe after a canceled date and met up with a friend after finding out David Lynch had died. Like, it was kind of fitting that I was in this homely little diner built out of a house. And having like a cappuccino, and then I find out that news. Like, it's like, oh, well, I guess I can't fault how this happened, and how I found out. So I was sitting down with my friend, and they happened to mention, oh yeah, I'm on my way to a photo shoot with a photographer. It's queer liminal horror, and I was like, oh, sick. And like I happened to mention, like, yeah, if it's like, it sounded like there was a lot of people, so I was like, if they need more people, I'm happy to throw my hat in the ring, because my afternoon cleared up. And so they gave me the details, and I drove over. Within an hour and a half, I was like doing the thing. like, I was told, yeah, we need tidy whities and, like, A shirts. Because we're going to film out on a nude beach. In the fog. In around freezing weather. I was like, that sounds awesome. So on my way to pick stuff up, I get a note, I get a DM from the date. It's like, okay, I've got some free time. Do you want to go do a thing? And I'm just like, funny story. I haven't talked with them since really. Because I'm just like, but I went and did it. They'll talk more about that after this.
A police car.
Don't be late. Sheriff George Woodman.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
But before that, answer about this, or that might be. Oh dear. Clear horror. Let's
I
see.
have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Okay, how do I get out of car? I guess I'll figure that out as I go. Master key lets me pretty much enter any vehicle, which is kind of wild. Let's get out of the car for the moment. So, the shoot itself, there were about 20 of us, which was kind of
Zach, is there
how
something
much
here that you want to
the
check out? We're supposed to go
the
through
photographer
Anna
wanted
Graham's
to
file
get
at the sheriff's office.
for the
but
whole thing.
If you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
So we just kind of... we just kind of all gathered together and we got in a line in tidy whities and A shirts and like marched our very cold asses down the line. How do I get... I want that. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, do that. And then there's another point where we posed nude. With one leg firmly planted in the dirt. And we were in a muddy beach. Like, I need to be very clear about that fact. We were... It was muddy, it was weird, it was cold, it was kind of miserable. We all piled in on each other. As if we were just a pile of dead bodies, which was a lot of fun. And it was really good. It was a lot of fun. I didn't do everything there. There was another part that was like a whole other thing, but I was just like, I can't. My toes are cold. I can't do this. So there's video, there's footage. It's really cool. I was genuinely really happy to just like take part in that, especially so spur of the moment. I'd never done anything like that. I'd posed nude before for like the Lost in Time collective here in Portland, a local art collective of Axel and Mike Albano. And I've been in a couple shoots with them, but like one of them was nude and it was a lot of fun. It was also kind of wild. Because again, like over this past year, I had been really feeling myself and been really allowing myself to find new means of self-expression. And boy, did I get it. And no one can ever tell me I'm not putting myself out there. Ever again. Yeah, I mean, for me, taking part in something like that is kind of a no-brainer. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't say that as a brag. It's a, I don't know what goes through my head when I do that sort of thing. We're going to do a little bit of fishing. You may be wondering why. Don't Worry about it. Fish. Okay, I don't know how to fish. Throw it. Whee! I just got a fish. We're just gonna chill, wait for the thing. Read them on a microfiche reader, god damn it. Maybe just honk until someone comes by and pulls you out to kick your ass. Liminal horror makes me wonder how lesbian the crawl space is and if the hallway is gay. But the bisexual parking lot is just too exhausted. The answer to both is, well, it might be comfortable for some people. Oh my god. Hell yeah! Aww. We don't want that. Okay, let's try it again. It's just extreme, don't worry about it. Okay, so what I'm waiting for... Damn. So I need to hit the bullets, I think, if I want to get that thing. Feeling kind of miserable, so I think I'm going to bounce, enjoy a totally normal fishing experience. That's fine, get you some rest, boo. I can tell what the butt is going on with thing happening / amazing is going to be a very common reaction for me. A leitmotif, if you will. Yeah. Damn. Okay, we're close. We almost got it. I think I understand the timing. Okay, taking notes. We don't want the lady? Why is she in a lake? To crown a new king. It's not a super clever joke, but I'm proud of it. I'm well read. I've been really enjoying fishing minigames for some reason. I've been playing Stellar Blade, which... well, I had been playing Stellar Blade. I'm near the end, and I'm not done with it. I want to get through it. But there's fishing in that, too, and I spent, like, 3 to 5 hours just fishing in that game. The most fun thing to do in that game. Which is probably not great, because it's a character combat game. Oh no. We got it! Oh yeah. Yep, just fish. Oh my god. You caught a Polly Oxford.
Oh.
What? Okay. I believe that's a trading card. But we caught a Polly Oxford. That's silly. Imagine I went around saying I was an emperor because some moistened bink lobbed a scimitar at me. This game is astounding. It is. It really is. It's going to be a good time. Why is she also in the lake? Don't worry about it. Listen. Hey, listen. Don't worry about it. Sometimes people are in lakes, and that's fine. God, my voice is so squeaky. I have been, during karaoke... How often? Like 8 or 9 nights in a row. I was originally going to take a break after losing my KJ job. Which was like, oh. But then it was like, oh, I guess that's not happening because I immediately got invited out for more. And then I got invited out again because, like, a friend of mine got a new position at a goth club and I wanted to sing there too. And then I got invited out the next night by some new friends that I've been picking up. And the next night I was like, you know what? This break isn't working. I'm just going to go. And I haven't stopped. I'm trying to get myself to not go tonight. But it's also the live band karaoke, which is really fun. And I want to do it. And I have an emotional problem with regard to karaoke. We all know this. All right. Get to in-car. We're not going to worry about collecting stuff this time. We're actually just going to... Oh. Go. Sometimes you just gotta sing your heart out. I've been getting a bunch of new songs. Like, under my belt. I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. I started that one last night for the first time. I've been learning a bunch of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. I've got...
So, Zach, about
Well,
those
shut up now.
bonus features in DVDs nowadays. You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
That's that. Okay, I want to see if I can get this trading card while we're here. Because you gotta get them. There's no, like, immediate benefit apart from, like, some extra cash, which is handy, don't get me wrong, but we're not going to be spending a hell of a lot as we progress through the game. But there are going to be times where it's really good to do it, just because there's all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I unlock it from here. Nope. Damn. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. We're going to be going through this part of town a lot. At the same time, ugh, I'm kind of obsessing. I'm going to let myself be OCD. I want to see if I can figure this out. I hope there's an ending where it's revealed that Zach is his cat. He just keeps it in the backseat. The cat has like a little audio clip, just like, oh, and there's a card over there. Frick. Ooh.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. I wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors.
I think that one was back in '89, directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. I remember there was a fourth one. I've only seen the first one, though.
Did you know they made a sequel? I don't quite recall what movie he was talking about initially. Ah, everybody's favorite character, record player. Deadly Spawn, there we go. York and Paramedic from MGS3 would be besties. Yeah. One day I gotta play all the Metal Gears. It's harder because there's a lot of licensed music because Kojima is a madman. But I really want to explore that. My guy said sequel so many times. Anyway, we're having a perfectly normal drive here.
Tremors. I think Fred Ward was in it. You say Fred Ward, and I say Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. That one was back in '85, I think. Directed by Guy Hamilton. Guess Hamilton was aiming to start a series like 007, but it had no sequels. A real shame. Do you remember the martial arts they used in that film? Called Sinanju? The ultimate in martial arts, using no weapons at all. Remo's master Chun ran across water, remember? And he loved soap operas. Man, that was a good character. He was played by Joel Grey, the best supporting actor in Cabaret. Of course, in Remo, he had so much makeup on you couldn't tell.
I remember Remo Williams. My brother showed me that one. That was pretty good, in all honesty. Not bad. Okay, we can't get there. Dang it. I don't know how long I've been gone, but I just went on an ADHD adventure and ended up washing all the dishes. No idea what I went to get in the first place. That sounds about right. I know how it is. I've been around it. Gotta love that, though. We can get more cards, but for now, we are just gonna pull up to the sheriff's house. Besides, we just went on a little adventure. Did you know this game has blinkers? You just turn them on. You went to get clean dishes. Unfortunately, there were no clean dishes, so you had to make some. Yeah, we got neurodivergent folk up the ass in this house.
That's
Welcome home, AJ.
building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you.
I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Oh, Malik, I love fighting games.
Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
There he goes.
Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Ooh, Toy Fighter. Yeah, I think I remember that one. I gotta try that one these days. Let's see. Catch up with the chat real quick. This wanted to be a Dreamcast game and that tumbled down the association pegboard. Is that true? What I know of this game is that it started as a game called Rainy Woods in sometime in the late 2000s. And let's see, what was it? That got canceled. And so they wound up making Deadly Premonition as sort of a reboot to the project. But I wouldn't doubt that there's like a more storied history than even that. We could explore the sheriff's office, but there's a lot of people. You know what? Screw it. We're here. Let's do it. Bump.
Hi.
I need more Dreamcast games anyway. I gotta play a lot of Dreamcast games on here. I still want to play Mach-E X, among other things. Hello there, Emily. Could you perhaps show me around the office before the meeting starts? I'm sorry, Agent York. I've got my hands full. Could you ask Thomas? I don't think that's a good idea. Why? What's going on? He lost the key to the cabinet with the files and asked me to take a look around the office until he finds it. Well, I hope that doesn't take too long. Do. It's George! Hey, George. Oh, you're leaving. I was just trying to talk to you. You son of a bitch. Get back here. How dare you?
George, do you work out every day?
Of course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps me healthy. I haven't missed a day since I started in high school.
Now that's impressive. Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold. I haven't seen Arnold around since yesterday.
Arnold.
He's a training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If
I
you
wonder
see
what those
Arnold
are
around,
references to.
let me know, will ya? Can't finish my workout menu without him.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Lost Arnold. Love it. Okay, we got ourselves our very first side quest, I think. That's neat. Alright, let's see what doors we can open. I can't leave now. Well, okay. Fine. Can't go through there. Let's see. Right here. Open! Dude. You gotta explore all the things. You gotta explore all the things. Nothing there. Long-tailed flying squirrel key. Okay. So this is actually going to be important later. Very soon, actually. No. Looks like Emily's locker. Curious as to what's inside, though we shouldn't be snooping around. Is that the only... Okay, not the only one. Thomas's locker. I can almost picture the tidiness of its contents. Dude. Hey, a dumbbell!
Zach, we've found Arnold. Let's get him back to George.
I
Yes,
could
it's a
ramble
cute
about
name
Toy
for a
Fighter and
dumbbell.
Unhinged Joy for at least 10 minutes, but unfortunately, there's already a YouTube video that does it with better accuracy. Hell yeah. Deadly Premonition remake by RGG. Oh my god. Putting that out into the universe. Listen, when RGG works with other groups, the interesting results happen. So yeah, I would absolutely be down for that. Turkey sandwich! Hell yeah. Once again, another classic character. Dude. Okay, we've been there. We get to go here. This is all important. We gotta do this. Dude. I think we can... Yeah, we don't need to do that yet. We're gonna go into... Hi. Wow, rude. I was about to use that door. My opinion of Emily has lowered significantly now. Sorry. Sorry to anyone I've disappointed, but... Ooh. That's neat. This is some Resident Evil shit. How does a small town have something like this? That's incredible. Hi, B. I hope you're doing well. Doesn't look like there's anything there. That was literally just for the hell of it. Anyway, let's talk to Thomas. Agent York, did you find the key? Was this the one?
You found the key.
Is this the one you were looking for?
No. This is a gray squirrel. Sorry, that's not the key.
Damn.
Nothing particularly special about the gray squirrel.
Now let's learn some squirrel facts.
You can find them in the US, Canada, and in England, too.
A gray squirrel. What was I thinking?
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Okay. Then, here's hoping this next one is it. Pointy-tailed squirrel?
You found the key.
I think so. Is this it?
The most unique fighting game ever by Hollow Shy. Okay. I'll look for that.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel. It's closer to a land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Good. I want to know more about squirrels. We only have one more. And you know what? I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we got it wrong.
I hope so.
No. This is a sugar glider. Sorry, wrong key. The sugar glider is a small gliding possum. It has shorter hair and a longer, column-like tail. You can really see its muscle definition on this image, can't you? But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Zach, can you tell these things apart?
All right. So, let's go searching. Maybe we can find something downstairs. That's the only thing we haven't checked yet. Oh, wait. Don't worry about the noise you're hearing upstairs, guys. I do love when games just kind of stuff their games to the gills. Like, you don't need this much stuff in a game. You don't need all this, like, little extra dialogue that's fully voiced. You legitimately do not. And yet. Ooh, 10mm auto bullets. Though we aren't going to be using other weapons very often. And there's Squirrel. Okay, that may be the last possible key we can grab. Can we go through here yet? Yes, we can. So I think we'll be able to, like, do this on our own eventually. But let's see if we can find any goodies. We can sleep in a cell. That's fun. And now we can grab some more stuff. Yeah, me and Lark have actually been playing or watching Twin Peaks. They pre-ordered for me the From Z to A Twin Peaks collection, which contains damn near everything. I'm really excited because I haven't watched every bit of Twin Peaks, but I've seen like the first few episodes of The Return, and I've seen like all of season 1 and 2, but I've never seen Firewalk with Me. I'm really excited to like really dig into that because on top of that, I'm also going to see Eraserhead in a theater this Friday, which I'm really excited about.
You found the key.
Come on, let it be the wrong key.
This is the right one.
Yeah, you probably have to go with the Blu-ray collections. Yes, we're wrong.
You found a Siberian chipmunk this time, have you? Sorry, wrong key.
A Siberian chipmunk?
This species lives in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. They're actually quite a popular pet.
So it isn't even a squirrel.
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
All right, we have one more. And this time we probably have it.
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Yes, a southern flying squirrel. Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
All right.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently
Anagram?
graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
Is it?
City
It's China.
folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
Huh. This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
No.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Of course not. Why would I slow things down? I'm a good boy. I don't do anything wrong. Man, now I could really go for some biscuits. Thomas, do you know anyone in town who can make some good sausage gravy? All right. We're already moving. Let's see. Got some stuff we can do around town.
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man.
What?
Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited.
How limited?
That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
What if I want to?
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
2100. Oh, okay. So we're moving forward a little bit. We don't have to do this.
Agent Morgan,
or we do have to do it
quickly. But
don't get me wrong.
The speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds good.
Ooh. Lunch. Let's get lunch. Let's get lunch. They provided me, they're showing me an icon for lunch and I want it. I don't know what time it is right now, but let's do it. Get out of the car. Out of the car. Agent York is a cop and bastard who actually gets paid for killing 26 people. Is entirely unlike Cosmo Kiryu, who has never killed a person.
If you're wandering off, then we'll go on ahead. We don't have time to mess around.
Okay, I'll meet up with you later.
Agent York, the hospital closes at 2100. Please make it inside before then.
You don't want to join me? We're getting lunch. Rude. I don't think that's fair. Where's lunch? Show me to lunch. Is it gonna... Ah, yes, there we go. Show me lunch. Agent York, would you like to have lunch with us? Yes, great. I'll have it ready for you in a jiffy.
It's nice to be able to eat lunch together like this.
No matter how much we get along, remember, Agent Morgan is a member of a different organization, and I doubt he'll be of much help with the case.
Come on, George, be nice.
It's okay, I'm used to it. This is the typical reaction of most local sheriffs who are really good at what they do when the FBI comes to help with a case. I understand the mentality completely. We've all seen it on TV, but it happens in real life all the time.
So George is the defensive home turf sheriff?
Yes, definitely.
And the FBI agent is going to make the sheriff look bad, just like the TV shows?
That's not what I mean, George. When you're good at what you do, you tend to defend your work aggressively. You simply displayed a perfectly natural reaction.
A natural reaction?
Thomas, you've outdone yourself again. The food was delicious, as expected. Amazingly good. Thank you. That ham salad was fantastic. I wish the boys at HQ could get a taste of it.
Really? I can give you some of the ham. It's homemade.
Homemade ham. Amazing.
My mother taught me how to make them. I have some homemade pickles, too. I was just...
That's enough, Thomas. We're very busy. Agent Morgan, stop wasting time around here and let's get over to the hospital.
Yeah, we'd better get going. We'll see you there.
get this all cleared up and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I'm impressed again, Zach. It must be very peaceful here. A law enforcer with the time to make ham at home. Simply amazing.
All right. We got a lunch cutscene. That was fun. That was nice. I liked it. Okay, let's bounce out. Boom. So, I feel like this game has already made a pretty incredible case for itself. Like, it's oozing with stuff. It's got this weird, almost affectionate charm to it that I've never known how to explain. But I think the best way to put it that I presently can is that it is an incredibly thoughtfully made, sweet, weird, bad game, and that makes it good. Like, it's not well made, but it's thoughtfully made. It's very much the kind of game that presents itself in a particular fashion that is addictive. Like, it's hard for me to explain as like this thing to recommend to people.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
They told us to be there before 2100, but don't worry about that. Let's do whatever you want to do.
I want to do stuff. Lily Ingram. We'll see her later. Warm and the people making it feel like they're doing their very best. Yeah, pretty much. So there's one thing I actually would like to do before we like move on with everything. So we've got this big damn town. We've got all these people we can technically talk to. Like, you can actually see everyone you can talk to individually throughout the game, and it's kind of wild. You can even just flip through everything so you can see where all you can go. Of course, the cabin, A&G, Sweary, Milk Barn. That's where we want to go. That's where George and Emily are. And all we gotta do is just make this big long drive down Muffler Road. From wherever we are. Because you can't zoom out further than this. That whistling sound like somebody on staff was recorded doing it. And they just kept increasing the volume until everyone in the pitch room giggled, which is endearing, you know? Yeah. It's a lot like that. It's just this... It's an affable game. And there are parts that will rub people the wrong way later on, but we're not going to worry too much about that.
Now, Joel Gray's daughter is, of course, that's right, Jennifer Gray. You knew that, right, Zach?
Jennifer Gray. She's in one of my most favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986, directed by John Hughes. That one was so 80s.
Zach, you're not the most cheerful guy I know, but you really do like those cheerful movies.
We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Hector. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates, not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too. And the original book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film?
Whoop, you remember, Zach?
When that movie ended, the last words, the end, was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command.
That's stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few.
Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
Red Jacket Lupin vibes. I dig that. So we're gonna keep it straightforward for a little bit because this next segment is going to be a bit of a dungeon. Then afterwards, once we take care of a couple of things, we're going to like vibe out and try out some stuff around town.
Agent Morgan, have you no respect for rules and protocol?
What?
We were waiting for you, and now you try to go in by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, George. I didn't see you in the parking lot, so I thought I'd wait inside.
Watch it from now on.
A sassy stance.
I don't like considering people who think that they're above the rules. And I'm sure I've made this point clear by now.
Calm down, George. He totally just got lost on his way here and rushed in. You right, Agent Moore? Let's go inside then. Hello, Sheriff.
Freckly Fiona.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here
What a
to see
name.
Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
Computer room? In a hospital?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne. Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Liar's House.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl. And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking alive.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain. It's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
All right. So we're at 550. Trying to think, do I want to start now or... Let's see what we can find around the place. I want to check if we want to take a small break or if we want to move on. Looks like we can go there right away. And it looks like there's no... Oh, a lot of stuff. We definitely need a lot of keys, which ain't going to be too fun, but let's at least talk to whom we can. Whomsoever we can. If you're the killer, I want you to know I support you 100%. Exactly. Over here? No, we're just gonna go. Just gonna go. Let's take a look at... Oh, nope, turned around. So we need to go back to the reception area. Head there. Yeah. That's what we want to do. That door over there. Boop. Funny how York is like 2/3 of the way to a stock action game protagonist. Like, if he'd cut his hair a little shorter and put on some muscle, he'd be Shooter Man number 547. Oh, yeah.
We couldn't find
I
him.
love that.
Fiona needs to check her information.
And he does a bunch of
No,
goofy
I don't
smiles.
think
Like,
so.
okay, nah, you're a weirdo.
Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
So I guess we're just gonna do a thing. So I forget which one is the king and which one is the... I think this is... Okay, that's not the one. So, king passes, rook and meets bishop. Knight takes pawn to queen. Checkmate. Yeah, that's all that is. Oh god. That face.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Usha up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple. Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
Just, this town is run by dorks. That's all we really need to know here. Then all we have to do is just take a straight shot. Okay. That's easy. Yeah. Yeah. This is... That was a joke. George is very generous with the definition of joke. Oh yeah, he has like no humor. Look, in a small enough town, you gotta make up your own fun. Exactly. And clearly, he's doing whatever he can. Wait a minute. Did you lie to me? Okay, there we go. There's stairs down there. You left us a card key. This is no time for jokes. Like, okay. It doesn't have the best writing, but that's not why we're here. No, actually, it doesn't have good writing, but it does have the best. There we go. That's the way to phrase it. Okay, is there anything down here I can bear in mind? Doesn't look like. We're just gonna pop in here. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna save. And we'll at least get to the next section before we call a 3 to 5 minute break. Because I like this cutscene. This one's fun.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
What a cool guy.
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usha Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time.
Oh.
We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
Some of these animations make these models look like puppets having their strings pulled around. That was a common thing back in the day, but
From the onset of rigor mortis, the
how much
stiffening of the
hand
muscle,
animation is there
the time
too?
of death
Like,
is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means
she was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usha, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job.
Oops.
You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
what more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
All right, now we get to autopsy. Nearly where she's something wearing fake fingernails. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand. It was moved about 6 hours after her death. The object was circular with a relief shaped like a peace mark. About to be like, Nintendo Switch screen darkening after idol spotted. Yep. It happens so much. Beautiful blonde hair. Stunning, even in death. Traces of evaporated liquid around the eyes. cried before she was murdered. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of a stump.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women.
Wow.
But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something.
It's weird, isn't it? Happy.
There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Well, hell yeah. He was helpful. I love that. Oh, but it looks like things are getting a little weird.
Zach, they're here.
And we're officially in a dungeon. With that, we're going to take a small break. Because I prefer to keep my health intact and not go crazy. So for those of you in the VODs, like, we're just going to cut it here. And then we'll be back with another couple hours. Yeah? Yeah. So, for those of you here, we'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a snack and a drink. And to the rest of you, I've been Robin and Jack Sea. We'll continue to be so for the foreseeable future. Hydrated, get vaccinated, get masked up. Be good, be safe, be awesome, and be gone. Bye.